In chapter 240 of Black Clover, titled "The Great War Breaks Out," we start with Charmy. She's eating Heart Kingdom food with Lolo Pechka, and they're having fun, just kind of relaxing. And all of a sudden, Lolo Pechka freaks out and like pulls up all of the stuff that she can see around the Heart Kingdom, and realizes that they're under attack by 6 members of the Spade Kingdom. And she can sense that all 6 of them have devil's power, and they're 0 class mages. So she senses that the most powerful one is actually Vonica, from the Dark Triad, and she is directly possessed by Megacula. And so that is crazy scene there. We see the first steps into Spade Kingdom, Heart Kingdom conflict that's on Heart Kingdom grounds. And then that flips over to Asta. He's back at the Black Bulls headquarters with the team. I think over there is Henry, Finral, Vanessa, Gauche, and Gray. So obviously, if you have Henry, you have the base as well. But it's revealed that Finral's able to teleport basically anywhere throughout, the known world at this point. I thought that was a big reveal there. He's not able to just go like big gaps in space. He has to kind of like break the trip up in parts. But it says that in one day he was in the Heart, the Spade, and the Clover Kingdom. And Asta says that he was pretty busy. So I thought that was a pretty big thing because he's, the most mobile character that we know of then. But with that then, so Dante, Henry freaks out and Dante is lifting up the base. The base is in midair. And I thought that Vanessa, it seemed that panel was like her using the fate magic that she has to kind of like, for lack of a better term, break the grips of that gravity magic. And so Gauche goes on a counterattack and he uses a pretty full power blast, like a reflection blast. And Dante uses his gravity magic to kind of just like, he affects a huge area. So it's like snapping trees. It uses or like all the magic that's coming at him and just drops down. And so they actually said that if it wasn't for Vanessa's rogue, that they would have been snapped as well. So Vanessa saves them there. And then finally we're able to see, Asta kind of zooming in, anime entrance, because, he's Asta. So he's flying through, and that's where the chapter ends. But I got 3 questions. So I just want to start with the first one. In the chapter, it's revealed that, Gordon's studying the curse magic elsewhere, and Henry is taking a nap in the same like panels, and they say that he doesn't have a lot of mana right now. And it says that because Charmy is not there, he's not like, real active. So it's revealed that he gets a lot of his mana from Charmy. So my first question is like, when I looked at that, I'm thinking now, is Charmy a really, really strong character if she is away from Henry, right? Like she'd be at full power. So with her being in the Heart Kingdom with Lolo Pechka, I just want to know, like, what do you think the implications are of her being there possibly at full power? DJ, I'll ask you that.
Yeah, I thought that was huge, like a huge reveal that both Vanessa and Charmy are in 2 different places, because the Black Bulls, they're all very powerful individuals, but the thing that makes them ridiculously overpowered as a squad together is when you got Vanessa and Charmy. So you just have overpowered defense, you can survive any attack, and then you have unlimited strength regeneration from Charmy, not to mention everything else she brings to the table with fighting. And then when you bring Henry into that mix, then you've got just a base that allows them all to fight together with this unlimited defense and unlimited strength. So Charmy being away is just, it's huge. That's, to me, that the fact that she's not in the same place is pretty much the author saying, like, they're going to lose here. In this case, there's no possible way they could win against that kind of power, because the fate magic is only as good as Vanessa's strength. Once Vanessa's strength runs out, then it's over. And we've already seen this guy pretty much crush their base in one hit. So once the fate magic runs out, it's a problem.
Yeah. So then with So was it Dante seemed very surprised that there was another stage 0 mage there, which I guess they're assuming was Vanessa. Do you think that they could potentially kidnap Vanessa? I guess like steal the fate magic.
I don't think so. Just because they didn't kidnap that it was revealed that he was a S or like zero class mage or arcane stage or whatever. But
what was it revealed that he was arcane stage?
or I think zero class.
Zero stage.
Yeah, I don't think
basically
he could have been wrong.
He
he's
was
just wind magic with an element, so I don't think he's an arcane. So that's my fault there. But yeah, basically, like I think that's just a shocking, like, oh, now we're tiering their powers as well, like kind of just identifying that she is a zero class mage as well.
Well, yeah, and arcane stage.
But yeah,
She might not be. She might not be zero stage because I don't know how much mana she has. I still don't quite understand.
That's right, because the zero class is about the mana, and the arcane is like the different types of magic. So he says that it can affect natural laws. Yeah. So she's an arcane stage.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, that actually leads into my other question. So, did Vanessa use her fate magic to break the house out of the gravity? Like, is that the reveal there that she basically? Because obviously, it's stated that she saves them later on. I think Gray says that. But yeah, I just want to know. Was that her? That's Rogue using that?
Yep.
Yeah, so you see in one of the panels where it looks like the house is being destroyed, and then the next panel, it's back up and like pointing. So I think that's her fate magic.
Okay.
Basically, like resetting it.
Yeah, I think she used it 2 big times. One when the base was lifted up and she pretty much put it back down, and then the other time was when like he pretty much deflected their attacks and it destroyed a lot of the landscape, including the base, and she pretty much avoided that fate.
Right. So second to the last question, the last question is always like, what do we think is going to happen next? But my last question for the chapter, do you guys think that, I'll send this one to Connor, do you think Asta's able to move in his presence of the Demon King magic? Asta, like, is he able to move with the gravity because of his physical strength or because of his anti-magic?
Well, so that's honestly something that I was really thinking about after reading was I don't think Asta's like being affected by it yet. Like maybe Dante hasn't, put his focus on him yet or something, but I honestly think the gravity magic, like DJ was saying, that this is, the author's setting it up for they are going to lose this one. Gravity magic to me seems like one of the perfect counters. If there's any magic counter to the anti-magic that Asta has, it's gravity magic, because it's literally magic that can manipulate, where he can move, what he's doing from a distance without like letting him get anywhere close.
So I'm going to go out on a limb here and disagree with you guys. I know that's shocking for me to do that. But I truly feel it's almost, similar vibes to, this is a reach, but like Goku training in the gravity chamber, right? So I was under the presence of like the assumption that when he does that presence of the Demon Kingdom magic, it's affecting an area, right? So like Asta is able to move within his affected area. And we know that there's only 2 people really that have physical strength in this world. One being Yami, the other being Asta. So I'm kind of connecting the dots here that it's definitely a good battle, but I think Asta and Yami might be 2 people who are naturally a little bit at a bigger advantage than others, being that they have a lot of physical strength, because maybe they're able to withstand through that gravity magic and like fight through it and actually move, and like, will be a good fight with Dante.
See, I because Yami is away, and because the author's been hinting, it's going to take some time for Yami to get here. The what is it? Dante is, where's Yami? I guess I'll have some fun. We know that he's almost certainly setting it up for that anime entrance, that sweet release that we love. He's gonna give it to us. But yeah, if that's going to be the case, I feel like it has to be the anime entrance onto a, dire situation, all hope lost, nobody's getting out, and I see that setup being right there at the end of the chapter with Asta. I'm here to save the day, and then just him just getting crushed and just absolutely just pummeled, and it's like no. This is a devil magic, like this is one of the Dark Triad. This is an absolutely insanely powered guy. You're not gonna surfboard in and
Well, doesn't he say something at the end of the chapter like interesting? Like he is surprised at the fact that Asta can move in that area, correct?
I don't think so, dude. I think that was just one panel of Asta flying out of the base. I think the first panel of the next chapter is going to be Asta just getting slammed to the ground.
Just crushed.
And I'm not saying like he's not going to be able to fight. Like I think we're going to get to see a little bit of his powers since the time skip, and they're going to show that to us. But he's going to be overwhelmingly defeated, because if you look at the power scaling, got absolutely slapped by the guy who's not even as powerful as Dante, and Asta is comparable to unless something has changed drastically during the time skip. I think it's safe to assume that they're still virtually even, and Asta does have a type advantage over pretty much every other character in the series, unlike so Asta's generally better able to perform against stronger people.
Right.
But I don't see this as, this is still a very difficult matchup for him. What's he going to cut in order to use his anti-magic? Like he can't just, I don't think the gravity's just around him that he can just swing his sword and
cuts
feel
gravity.
Go away.
No, I don't think that either. I think that well, and just for starters, I am looking at the last panel, and Dante is surprised. There is a clear, there's an exclamation point near his very shocked look. So he is very surprised.
Sword, like who's?
Well, yeah,
and he didn't sense the magic. I don't think he sensed, because you can't sense Asta's magic.
Well, who? Dante can sense the magic?
Yeah, no, I'm saying Dante couldn't sense Asta's magic. So when he sees, he probably sensed X amount of people, and then this random thing starts flying out here with demon swords. He's probably like, random thing. What is this thing? Right? Like that's probably what he's surprised by.
That's fair for sure. I like I said, if it comes next week and we find out that Asta gets smacked down, I'll definitely publicly admit that I'm wrong. But I'm more inclined to believe that he's shocked that Asta's able to move, and I think that yes. So no, he's not going to be able to cut the gravity around him, but I do think he'll be able to move and execute some sort of counterattack. Unlike, it doesn't seem like any other magic would get to Dante with that gravity. Nothing they would throw at him would even touch him. But if Asta can go on.
Well, I was to say, two things. I just want you to note the power of Dante, and the ability to change light on a 90-degree angle is that of the magnitude of multiple neutron stars. So that is unbelievable power. Nobody'd be able to walk through that, because you die instantly in a regular neutron star, let alone the power of multiple neutron stars. So that's one. I don't think he's going to be able to walk around. Two, I think that Yami's dimensional slicer is going to be the thing, because it's like a dimensional field of where this gravity takes effect. I think that Yami's dimensional slicer will be the one thing that can break through it. So I think that Yami is the only one that could fight him, because I don't think Asta will be able to do anything. It'll have to be Yami.
That's fair.
That's a good point.
I learned something new. Look at that.
I also want to point out that at the end of the panel, it doesn't look like Dante is currently attacking. He blocked their attack, and then Vanessa did her fate magic to reset it, and then he's just kind of chilling there and reacting to that, when Asta flies out of the base. So I think we haven't seen him use his power on Asta, but it's coming. I think first panel, next chapter.
It's coming.
Yeah, so that kind of leads into
I think this fight is going to last less than the chapter.
Yeah. So do you think Finra will be back with Yami fairly quick? Then you think we're going to see Yami here in the next 2-3 chapters?
Well, I don't know, because of the Heart Kingdom. That's all the other stuff. I think the total fight for Asta versus Dante will be less than the chapter, but then that's not including they might skip over to the Heart Kingdom for a little bit.
Right, kind of like how they did half and half with this chapter.
Yeah, it kind of, I guess it depends which of those locations is going to have the more shocking implication, because that's going to be like, they're probably the more shocking one. They're probably going to save that for later, and then they're going to focus on what's going on in the less shocking place, and like the good guys are probably going to win, and then
Right.
they're going to be so focused on that, and then it's going to switch back over, and it's like the situation has gone very bad.
Well, plus there's 6 people over in the Heart Kingdom, so there's a lot of different, I guess, stories they'd be able to tell within that invasion of what's going on.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I guess the way that I could see it, like I don't know how many chapters it will play out on, but I think somebody's gonna die in the Black Bulls, and then Yami's gonna roll up on that. Like he's like, I feel like Dante could be like, all right, screw this, Yami's not gonna come. I'll come back later or something, or I'll go try to find him, and then Yami will come back, and you know, somebody will be dead, and then he's gonna be like, oh hell nah, and then go out, and then like that will ensue, and then obviously I think Little Petra is gonna die in the Heart Kingdom, but and then like the servant guy, the spirit guardian, I forgot what his name was.
I also think I don't think someone from the Black Bulls is going to die. I think it goes back into our last discussion about 2 prime deaths for this series would be Manga specifically. I think he would be the most emotionally tolling death. So Manga would be a rough one, and I think it would be very, I guess, feasible for that to happen. And then Zora, who they're both gone. And it was like explicitly stated that both of them were not at the base. So I'm not too sure that there's going to be any deaths from the Black Bulls this time, but I do agree that I think we're all catching the vibe that Lolo Petra will probably die here in this invasion. Plus, I mean, with these numbers, I mean, 6 of them invading, that just seems like they're going to be pretty OP, and there's going to be trouble in the Heart Kingdom.
So last time we talked, I mentioned Magna as the person I thought was most likely to die, but later off when we weren't recording, I mentioned that I actually thought Ghosh would be a good candidate for that, because I think we've had a lot of emotional connection with him and memories through Asta's interaction with Marie and that whole arc. And Marie is a good character where Ghosh could live on in memory, and it's kind of the right balance of being, you know, we care about that character, and it's going to be sad to lose him, but it's not going to be like too tragic or dark and you're not going to, you don't lose a big part of the story by losing him, other than the emotional connection and all the memories you have with him.
Right.
And the annoying Marie. Oh, I wish Marie was here. There's not enough Marie here.
Yeah, I'm not going to miss that.
Yeah, well, I mean, that works. Let us know what you guys think. Leave your comments below, like and subscribe, and follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Off The Stoop. Thanks, and have a great day.